Good evening. Welcome to Loud Poets. Please clap your hands, stamp your feet, and make some noise for your host and compere, Kevin Mclean.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the Loud Poets Aberdeen Slam! Oh, that is why I need the mystique of my entrance not at all ruined by the fact that I've been sitting there watching you come in for 30 minutes. It's like just as we were about to start, I was like, oh fuck, there's a hype video, I should leave. Guys, thank you so much for coming along. My name is Kevin Mclean. Yes, I'm going to tackle it right away. I am wearing shorts. It's fucking hot in Aberdeen today. I've worn shorts twice in the 3 years we have done these slams, and it has been here today in Aberdeen and Inverness. Who knew the north was so tropical? Thank you so much for coming along. Like I said, my name is Kevin. I will be your host for this, the Aberdeen Heat of the Loud Poet Slam series. Give me a little whoop. Have you been to a slam before? Nice, we have some veterans in the house. Give me a little whoop if you have never been to a slam before. Oh, some of the slammers, they're like, you can tell because they were the enthusiastic slammers, not yet jaded by the process of slam. Hey, no, good, that's good. We want a mix of people. So we do have some people who maybe just come along because they're supporting a pal. They don't really know what the fuck is happening. Don't worry, I am here to explain it to you. This is the blood sport of poetry. This is competitive spoken word, which is dumb, but a lot of fun. So we're going to have a good time. Where we have a bunch of beautiful poets for you, and they're going to compete throughout the evening in 3 rounds of poetry. So the way it's going to work is we will start with 12 poets in the first round. They'll have 3 minutes of the mic. We'll whittle that down to 6 poets in the second round, 3 poets in the third round, and 1 final winner. That is how it will go. But what will they win? Well, they will win £200 for winning this heat. Oh, if you're impressed with 200 quid, just fucking wait. We are also doing a part of a larger slam series. So this is 1 heat. There are 10 heats, 7 in Scotland, 3 in England. We didn't put them on the map in the intro, fuck them. But that's what we're doing. We're doing 10 heats across Scotland and England, and the 10 finalists will all come up to Edinburgh. If you're London, that's funny. It's just nice to make them have to go for once. They all come together in Edinburgh on August 9th at the Edinburgh International Book Festival for the Loud Poets Grand Slam Final. And the winner of the Grand Slam Final will take away £3,000! Which is mental. If some of the people here might not be poets, the poets are like, what the fuck? That's like 4 years of poet salary. That's an incredible prize. But not just that, sure, you could win money. You can win the glory of representing your area at the Grand Slam final. You could become the Grand Slam champion. The credit of that all pales into insignificance with the true prize of the Loud Poets Slam series. You become the holder of the Loud Poets Championship belt. Is she not magnificent? This was not an elaborate ploy so that I could own a wrestling belt. No. This is a serious literary endeavour, if anyone from Creative Scotland asks. So yes, that is what they will win. How will we decide who wins? Well, we have 3 judges who are going to be scoring throughout the night. They're going to be scoring on quality of poem and quality of performance, whatever the fuck that means. They will be scoring out of 10. We have 3 super qualified judges. First up, we have the resident Loud Poets judge. She's the PhD. She's the doctor. She in charge. She is Katie Ailes. That PhD does not prevent her from moonlighting as a photographer. It's a fucking tough economy for the academics. So she is taking some photos, but she will be judging. She's the resident Loud Poets judge. Those are her credentials. But we also are joined tonight in this production by the wonderful folk at Aberdeen Performing Arts. We love Aberdeen Performing Arts. We've been working with them for the last few years on these slams, on some workshops, on amazing stuff. They do a bunch of amazing program in Aberdeen. And so we have the amazing Hanna Louise as one of our judges. A lot of our partner organizations are like, we find it hard to get a judge, but Hannah's like, no, I'm in. I think she's the secret Simon Cowell of the evening, if I'm going to be honest. We'll find out as we go through. But yes, joining Hannah, joining Katie, we have our third final judge, who was last year's Aberdeen winner, and that is the mighty Shane Strachan. Shane, took the belt from the last Aberdeen Heat and went on to represent Aberdeen at the Grand Slam final. Did a fucking amazing job. He's an incredible poet. I'm sure everyone here knows about Shane's work more than I do. But yeah, we love Shane. He is going to be one of the judges. But he is also going to fulfill another important role. It can be very tough. Being the first poet up to the mic can be tough, kicking off a round. So what we do at Poetry Slams is we have a sacrificial poet, someone who comes up and takes that bullet for our slammers, gets the audience warmed up, gets you set in the mindset, ready for some poetry. Shane is going to be fulfilling that role for us as well. So he is our sacrificial. We have our judges. We have our sacrificial poet. We know what our slammers are going to win. We know how they're going to win it. That is all the technicalities of the slam. That's all the fiddly bits that we have to worry about. You guys don't need to worry about any of that. You're just here for a good night. You are going to see some absolutely spectacular poetry, and I don't want you to worry about points. I don't want you to worry about scores. I want you guys to worry about giving all the love and all the support to all of the poets, because this is a scary fucking thing to do. Poetry, terrifying at the best of times, let alone when you are being actively scored for it. So it can be tricky. You will have some poets this evening who've done a million slams, who it's nothing but a thing for them, and some poets who maybe it's even their first time kind of reading poetry in front of an audience. So you guys just give them all the love, give them all the support, be nice, be supportive, and enjoy the evening. Are you guys up for that? Yeah. Guys, this is the Loud Poets Slam. It's in the title. Are you up for that? Oh, Aberdeen, I knew you fucking would be. Okay, so this is the way it's going to work. I am going to run down the name of all the slammers. I told them before we started, they have deleted that information from their minds. I know that is the way it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the names. This is the order they are going to perform in, all right? You'll hear me saying a thing on deck. That's just to let those guys know who is next up. You don't need to worry about that. But this is the rundown. Guys, 3 years in, 7 to 10 heats a year. Everyone fucks this up. We are going to do one big round of applause at the end of the list of slammers. I fucking believe in you, Aberdeen. It's so hot. Don't make me cry. I'm already sweating. Okay, our slammers are Aaron Smith. Oh, yes, Aberdeen. Bill Dozer, Chris Hale, Clea, Eve Mumford, EKS Stance, Finn Hall, Fiona Robertson, Lucy Beth, Mady Sangu, Marka Rifat, and Sarah Lassman. Are there any poets here whose name I didn't say who are supposed to? Any poets here whose name I wasn't supposed to say and did? We're all good. Cool. Guys, that is how it's going to work. It's going to be an amazing night. The 12 poets for you, it's going to be fantastic. You strap in, you're in for a good one. But to kick us off, please help me welcome to the stage your current reigning Aberdeen champion. Go wild for Shane Strachan!
Hi, Abdi. I'm so glad to be competing tonight, but I'm scared to judge. But I also love judging people, so this is great. I'm going to perform a couple of the pieces I performed last year for a long poem that you can find in my book DWAMS. So if you like it, there's 5 copies left in Aberdeen in that corner. So please come buy one in the break. So this is Dreepin'. You have one new message. Message received, 14th of September, 1969. Hello, sexy. It's me, your North Sea sugar daddy, wheat sweet and fiery, God's gift to modernity. Ain't you've wined and dined her, just leave your wife behind, flee to your man-made island and dive in deep beneath. Get yourselves siping wheat, seeping, pump them pipelines, dripping. Mind that time back in '69? Ooh, it was love at first sight when you drilled me down at the bottom of the deep blue sea. Unleash this genie's tie-dye rainbow, slick with thick viscous liquid. Me. You watched me undress, witness time decompress, heated, treated, refined. Oh yes. Now I'm here, dinna stress. Just give your whip a crack, sit back and relax and let this wheat dream licht up Aberdeen like a deus ex machina, a god for the machine, saving the granite city for another tragic scene. But mine are not your wished about them little spells and leaks. It's really best we keep atween you and me if you want me to be your fossil fantasy. You have one new message. Message received 3rd of August, 1986. Hello there, sexy. Come on now, darling, no need to peek. I thought you Ailes were a tough breed. The kind that get into jungles and set up industries. Yet here you are greeting because of the unfilium Saudis setting the price of a barrel at $6 a piece. Those high-rolling Middle East sheiks and bunker hunts and sexes had the sense to take control of their assets. Ken how? They didn't bow down to an iron lady, kowtow like some little bitch. Go on, admit it. You Scots love to lay back and take it, love to be subjugated, subpar, submissive, a subplot in others' master narratives. Did I nae shower you in gifts, give you a taste of being rich? Aye, I'm not the dictator here. Just look at your companies that dictated to other countries afore you start with me. You want so desperately to be the JRUN of Aberdeen, but you're nae the only in climbing this pyramid scheme. Fishermen, bakers, candlestick makers are all roostabouts and roughnecks now, sicking after their own fairy tale fortune. So, if you want to be the high Hegian, the cock of the north in this region, take nae notice of them former minor unionisers. Jeez, man. Ugh, it's a sair pleasure, this boom and bust, this sadomasochistic reward and risk, bound up and gagged with threats of blacklisting. But keeping our dirty secrets, gives you a wee kick, ken? Doon on the Doon law, speaking our techno lingo about gushers and bloats, big bears and bean chokes, well heads and shackle nuts, drill fingers and dry holes. Heming, just keep the heat. You want power, sex, and money? Then you'll hate to see all these tough times through. Otherwise, you can ging and join the back of the dole queue.
Amazing stuff. You can see why Shane is the fucking champ. Please do, 5 people, at least 5 of you, go and pick up DWAMS. It's amazing. It's a really good buy. So yeah, go and check that out. Guys, we're going to have more from Shane in the second half, but now it is time to kick off the first round of the Line Point Slam! On deck, we have Bill Dozer, but please give the warmest of welcome for your first poet. Go wild for Adam Smith!
This is called I Weep for You. I see you. I see your grabbing hands, slippery and stained, ravaging everything from the bountiful banquet that the world has to offer. Desperate to fatten yourself, to make sure if someone takes the plate away, you will not feel hunger. pushing others down so that you can rake your paws through meat and sauce and cake and slap it into your wobbling face to feed unquenchable urges. I weep for you. I see you. I see your straining hands supporting those above you by their fattened buttocks, keeping the faith that those you empower will continue to pass meager leftovers down in your direction, dreaming maybe one day you might be lifted up to have your turn to ravage the table's feast, trying to ignore the stinking filth splattering into your face as your betters show their respect. And I weep for you. I see you. I see your pleading hands clawing and reaching out in true desperation, the most vulnerable subsisting on the most meager crumbs as the weight of all crushes your withered frames. And I weep for you. I see you. I see your hands buried firmly in pockets as you shake your heads, but do nothing. Say nothing. Meanwhile, those stuffing their expanding bellies are also resting on your shoulders. Those pleading hands claw at your legs as you shift your weight to avoid stumbling and being crushed yourself. And still, you do nothing. And I weep for us all.
On deck we have Chris Hale, but please keep that applause going as we welcome Bill Dozer!
All right. I was just sitting on a bench, smoking, staring, trying to get my jaw to unclench. And this guy sits next to us and says, "'Cause you're doubt." So I passed him my cigarette, held aloft between two fingers, and I didn't even look up when he coughed, politely at first, "And excuse me, sir." I didn't move, my eyes still in the flare. Then he coughed again, this time a shout, "No, you're fag, you fanny, gives your actual doubt. Mon, pass it o'er here and get it out. You ken exactly what I'm talking about. The doubt that keeps you martyred on the cross of your worst decisions. The sharp slicing fear that feels like an incision running through your sacrum and sternum and heart and mind and keeps you struggling for solid ground you'll never find. The doubt that guts you open on the flare and leaves you greeting, "Please, man, I can't handle any more." When you've rubbed your eyes till they're red and raw, no like a genie in a lamp, more like a scab or a bed sore. When what you need is to carve the darkness for your belly, but everybody around you is just watching the telly. You've tried your whole life to sing along, gripping onto the hymn sheet with tears in your eyes, all the while your hair greeting, what is the point in being alive? When all you need is a place to rest, a spot to stop and put your burden, an easy path with no more hurting. Nobody said you had to be Sisyphus and Atlas all rolled into one. Give yourself a break for that boulder, man. Sit yourself down in the sun, pull up a seat, take the weight off. Fuck knows, man, we'll maybe even have a laugh. Just 5 minutes. No need for shame, no more strain and no more games. So give your doubt, and I'll take that fag this time too. Just mind when the voices start to whisper in your ear that maybe life's just no worth living and you dinna ken if you can keep on giving. To breathe deep, man, because all this is going to pass. Dinna let the chaos in your head become a trap. Dinna let your life pass by, led by dread. It's not going to be long until you're dead and gone. And then ken what? A day breathe and a day see. There's nobody there. The whole time it's been me. And I'm floating 6 inches above the bench, jaw dislocated, never mind unclenched. And I stand straight and I walk away with a new perspective on my day, and fuck me to all the gods I pray that I remember every word I said. When things go dark and they thoughts preside, that the peace I seek, it's all inside.
On deck we have Cleo, but please keep that applause going as we welcome Chris Hale.
Hi, quick content warning for casual drug use, references to the Pulse nightclub shooting, and trans suicide rates. Yeah. Here's a poem for June in 3 acts. Act 1, Pride. Wrapped in your roots and under your leaves, your branch reaches out gentle words to go on. Your bark aching with pain of hundreds of notches marked through the years, each circle a life forgot in this park to be cut and exposed, for they'll soon need your stories, a home for sisters you'd love who will grow in your place, and your faces repainted on a wall of remembrance. Act 2, Sabotage. The taste of sweat on my tongue and something powdered on yours. Harsh lights, harsher smells. Home. Pet shop boys and pets of boys walked on leashes to the dance floor by accountants from Swindon. Rush to the head as tension fallen. Your memories under my feet. Pops of the record, how am I to forget? Rooms full of passion so quickly lost. Tonight is for dance, borrowing yours. Tomorrow we remember, lost forever. Act 3, Remembrance. Never check the note. Assisted has won the vote. It won by 10 pills.
Guys, we have Eve Mumford on deck, but I want you to build that noise up as we welcome to the stage, Cleo!
On the terrible hunger of eating words. The child wants to eat the pages of the picture book, embossed as it is a dish of strands of spidery text, crunchy and complex, noodles as letters, as paths which inkly interweave, errant in wanderlust. The child wants to eat the pages of the picture book. The child wants to pluck them off, to tear them up, to pick at the pieces of the sounds for their taste. Hot in the belly, the appetite swells for looking, it makes sense for words to return to the mouth that had them made. And it tastes like that to this hungry child, this picture book, its ravishments and its feasts. Or is the paper pallid and damp upon the tongue, the words uncertain for having been consumed? Empty cases, resuming their place in the digestive tract as mere traces and flecks of the sense they tried to make to the child who is read to by the relator insatiable in their need too to feed from the word well. There is a truth and a lie in the telling. There is a hunger in the looking and the eating. The child wants to eat from the pages of the picture book because the child is not frightened of the madness, because the relator does not know of the madness, because the child is not frightened of the madness that to look is to eat, madness is to want, madness is to hunt, madness out, mad to carve, made out, made sense. From the language free, sign rich, information, incumbent, incubation, the creation, decreation, delicatessen, the word womb famished and quiet, from where the child has so recently, has in such close memory, just arrived.
Guys, we have a EKS stance on deck, but please keep that applause going as we welcome Eve Mumford!
Don't start the timer yet, I haven't worked it. Right, okay, I'm ready. This is called, actually, let's put it up. This is called The Night Watch. I don't want to get up at 5. Yet some people imply it's the only way to thrive. They say to succeed, you need to rise with the lark. While the skies are still dark, they boast of their productivity, claim sharper minds, clearer skin, more positivity. The suggestion seems to be of their superiority. Well, meanwhile, my mornings are spent under the cover, then stumbling from one coffee to another, unable to muster the necessary thruster to inject my start with vim and luster. I'm no early bird. For people like me, early starts are absurd. You see, I was born to the night watch. I take my time from the moon. For centuries, my senses were trained to strain in the gloom. My people stoked the fires at night, so the early risers, tucked in right tight, could dream free in their sleep, while we heard the tread and the creep, the snapping branch, the gnashing teeth, the knife pulled smoothly from its sheath, and though far from break of day, we stood there solid, in danger's way. With club and sword we swung and roared, while their ancestors drawled and snored. We defended the pride, so they could survive, to smugly tell me I should get up at 5. So please, please, keep your dawn sun salutations, your sunrise smoothies and sleep deprivation, and respect my right to my long lie-in, because once upon a time, I reckon it saved your skin.
On deck we have Finn Hall, but please give some love as we welcome EKS Stan!
The sea turned upside down on the way back from Kirkcaldy. It came down at a vertical angle. I almost drowned with a gurgled sound as my sodden feet hit the ground. And my trouser leg absorbed wet, spilling into my sock to my toes, chilling them as I go. The wind crashed up with a mighty thud on the way back from Kirkcaldy. It swooshed and bellowed, sounded lyrical as it played a melody with the clouds, accompanying the vertical angle with a crescendo of rain, hitting into my face like a cymbal falling down a drain. The water wept as it filled every crevice on the way back from Kirkcaldy. Tears streaming down every surface, dancing with the upside-down waves, a waltz with the coastal caves, a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Look out, it's soaking me. The trees waved to the rocks on the way back from Kirkcaldy, shaking and splitting, high-fiving, reminiscing with the leaves as they released them out with an almighty sneeze, blowing away in the breeze, shouting, "Remember, tree, how I love thee!" The fifers tightened the ratchet straps on the way back from Kirkcaldy. Gazebos tumbling down the high street like tumbleweed between two strangers when they first meet. Waterproof, hooded grands clinging for life to their sodden paper bags full of messages from Aldi. Being swept away in the urban decay, a cacophony of purple rinses. The clouds turned grey on the way back from Kirkcaldy. Even the gulls hid amongst the shroud of bad weather. Every feather drenched in sea salt and vinegar. Potato chips snatched from the sky like the chip from the hand. Glass glossed and pelted with sand. The storm was free. On the way back from Kirkcaldy, like a wild animal, snarling and harling hail, clutching and scratching, biting and burling, hissing and spitting, all elements of a tempest. Do your damnedest, Kirkcaldy storm! Thank you.
We have Fiona Robertson on deck, but please welcome your next poet, Finn Hall!
This is called I Bequeath, or as someone else called it, nae better. I bequeath to my mother all the lost confidence I had as a child and as a teenager, and until my midlife crisis when I bought 2 pairs of Cuban-heeled winkle-picker boots to be able to walk and hold my head up high in public. And then at 65, I learned to stand up on the stage and take command. To all the grippy passengers in over 45 years of taxi driving that waited for their 10 or 20 pence change, especially waiting staff who boasted about all the tips they made that night and left fuck all. Guys on big business accounts, those asking for receipt for more than the fare, but only paying the fare. I wrote the correct price down and signed names like Mickey Mouse or Adolf Hitler. To you, I leave the steam off my shite, the same steam I wouldn't give to folk I know and don't like. To students, fucking students, who expect you to use your car as a means of flitting, moving boxes and bags and pillows and dragging all their earthly belongings, and some devilish ones as well, into the taxi, expecting you to pile them up inside on the seats and floor and squeezing tight the fucking door. Relocating just the next street down, just standing there, mouth agape, as I'm expected to pack the boot. I bequeath to you a shopping trolley, the one you used originally to fuel your pal home with, and a traffic cone. I leave to those who take me for granted this plastic bag in which I've just farted, or the reminder of the stench you leave after using me and getting me to believe that you appreciate my work. Instead, you were just a jerk, doing it for your own sake and using me as just another step. And finally, I bequeath to my first wife, who buggered off on her daughter's 3rd birthday, taking all the cigarettes and cash, leaving her 2 kids with me, that the social work tried to take over my dead body, I said. You get nothing. Just a hole in the ground which I hope is damp and dank and full of all the darkest thing that the rest of your selfish life may share, if you're not dead already, and cause such torment in your head. But then again, if it were not for then I may not be where I am right now. But still, enjoy the hole. Thank you.
We have Lucy Beth on deck, but please help me welcome to the stage now the one of Fiona Robertson! Keep the applause going as I look around the table!
Sorry about that. To everyone who has asked me, what do you do when your government is trying to kill you? 1,000 messages in, and I still don't have an answer. How do we stop this? How do we stop them? As if I know. 16 years in, and I haven't stopped them yet. But 16 years in, and I haven't stopped yet. So when they turn on you, here's everything I know. First, find the others. The ones you don't have to explain to. The ones who know this pain too. And then find the other others, your neighbors and friends. And yes, this has all been impossible in the ashes of Thatcher's society, but you have to try. They want you alone, inside, out of sight. Yes, people are hard to live with, and there is no time and no energy or access, but try. We only survive with each other. Please try. You'll need them. This won't go quick. To fix this will take years. You have to understand. It will take years, and you will fail and fail and fail and fail, and you'll wonder why you fight, and you'll wonder why you write poetry when there's work to do, or plant flowers that you don't think you'll live to see bloom, and you'll feel guilty for going to the beach when there's teaching to do. But listen, this is the real lesson. This is all I have to give you. Listen. Live. We won't all survive this. They want us dead. And they do it by making our lives unbearable. So this is the fight. Bear it. There are letters to write and meetings to go to. There are so many goddamn meetings to go to. And there are people to teach and people to learn from. And there's so much work to do. But the real work, when your government is trying to kill you, is not dying. Do not make it easy for them. Do not go quietly. Do not tidy yourself away. Do not climb into a coffin they construct for you. And every time you feel their axe swinging, I know you want to go. God, I know I can show you the scars. I won't repeat the old motivational mottos, but listen, you do not need hope. You do not need faith. You just need spite. They do not deserve your life. Every breath you take is a spit in their eye. They are cowards who think using legislation instead of lethal injection makes it not an execution. Make them look you in the face. And every time they come for you, remember this. Despite everything, you are still here. If they want you dead, make them kill you. Thank you.
We have Mady and Sangu on deck, but please keep that applause building. Keep the noise going as we welcome Lucy May.
Screeching, skirling breaks like a siren's cry filled up roads as I went driving by in a motor. It was a bit of a stoter. Jack Frost had cursed my pathway and he is here to see it necht. Black ice breadcrumb spots strain and cheats my sicht. Devo was using my heed to play a drums. Death metal snares with thuds, claps, bums. Attack hopes at air. Push you to brain fog. Deep-nebbed breaths, Eustachian tube lums. After another deep breath, I expect to feel clean. Soon I'll be back home, awa with the fairies to dream. Instead, there was an almighty dunt the button for my scream. Sutton has walloped a St. Andrew's Cross-style scar into the side window o' my witch cackling car. A snabba, a tree brunch, Steen, a chucky. I ride until the dark necht, but curiosity kills me. I reverse a car, and in a ditch, among a stour squash techt, was a brecht plumage o' simply pure white. A hewlet on its maiden flecht, first flee awa fae mom, clattered to the grun. In an attempt at playing minister, I adopt a kind, sympathetic haze. Guilt interrupts my prayer, as natural being manslaughter captured grim reaper's gaze. A wing death rattles a final plea to heaven. Time of death, early morn, 1:37. Tender tangerine-eyed tutor, fae fully formed cloud to burst bloody spluter. Warm hate water bottle of wings pressed against my chest, it stings. Twa united earthly companions fleeing with different wings. Our meeting bad planned, wrong place, wrong nicht. My presence got in the way of your first flecht. Your chirps, hoots, and twit to woos are reserved only for the wisdom of the roadside woods. A life I have robbed of you. Your maybes, ifs, woods, and coods. Your book-like radiance warranted you a fairy tale burial, a final moment of grace, poetic goodnight, ephemeral. But into the dark necht I fled, fearing the cries of your mother when she found out you were dead.
We have Marka Rifat on deck, but please welcome to the stage now, Mehdi and Sanga!
Say it with me if you know the words. A day without lesbians is like a day without sunshine. The warmth of your back searches me, melts the unmade dreams crusting in the corner of my mouth. My body blinks itself into existence. There is so much pink inside this hour. It makes my third eye feel undercooked. I fry it in the space between your shoulder blades. This is how I imagine cave women fattened their frontal lobe. Dripping with heat, they let the day feast off their freshly boiled consciousness. Time holds its breath, so I can sniff the magnitude of you. Notes of leather and lavender dissolve in my blood, which has waited 1 billion years for you to season it. We don't have another 1 billion years, so we get on with starting the day. Our way is slightly easier than Apollo's, and besides, neither of us can drive, and you are afraid of horses. We rub our love against the mouth of the morning. Dawn breaks her fast with your sigh. Moving the earth has never been easier. It trembles when our legs shake. The great yoke in the sky runs down our bodies, and I marvel that not everyone knows this simple truth, that in a tiny room crowded with second-hand books and thirsty plants, 2 dykes are fueling the sun.
We have Sarah Lessman on deck, but please welcome your penultimate poet in round 1, Marka Rifat!
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. This year, the University of Salford launched a citizen science project. Send in your photos of the weird and wacky things that seagulls eat. The birds are not being consulted, so here is a young girl and his mother in Mostly We Eat. Mom, you'll never guess what I ate. As long as you don't trail after me squawking your beak off, I don't care. But mom, oh, squawk, go on. I ate a prawn sandwich, Mum. Oh, we've all had sandwiches, son. Yeah, but I grabbed it out of Manny's hand. A big Manny. Fair play. Then I ate a whole box of profiteroles, squishy as eyeballs. Oh, tasty. I've only had birthday cake. What a racket we humans make. I left them plenty. I ate 14 sausage rolls and 2 chicks. Their mum's not as quick as you, just as well. I ate a pepperoni pizza and a baby's veggie sticks and half her dummy. Oh, another cross mummy. Well done, son. And I ate a whole French bulldog. his tartan coat, and a lead. Oh, keep the heat, son. Mostly you ate. Oh, but Mom, I want to be on the socials. Son, fold in your wings, wind in your beak, and look me in my yellow eye. Mostly you ate worms. Worms. Louder, I know you can. Worms. Exactamundo. Contrary to publicity, academic studies show we all mostly eat worms. Now come on, son. Let's drum our feet over there. There's a roundabout, and there's good eating under that grass.
We have come to the final poet, the final round. Please give all the love to Sarah Lessman.
Okay, so you new guys, you get things done. You fly, make things fly, start businesses, make existing things run. Because the crony capital and the ism takes what's already available to the masses and holds them for ransom and sells them to our children. Oh, pardon me. I'm sorry for being so greedy, wanting clean water to swim in and drink from while water treatment is traded and bought on the stock market by the same knobs who polluted it with the way their business operationals run. Apologies, I really should thank you for these gifts we've been given. For our microplastic dinners and kitchens, new TVs, especially new air filtration systems, which keep the smoke from the fires, from the forest and the houses from burning our noses. Holy Moses, my house is combusting. At least the air is not disgusting. Who cares if this product cost me my life investments and that it might have been made in a place where the making of it turned the air corrupted? But it's all too complex to count the endless effects. Isn't this just semantics? At least I'm breathing filtered air. Who cares if my house is now wallless? At least I have the algorithm and Siri's still here. Okay, so I suppose I'm kind of splitting hairs, maybe have some opinions about the land conditions, kind of want the planet to last and to be able to inhale without impaling my lungs with shrapnel and gas. So we could say, okay, it's a difference of opinion. You get shit done on a mission. You think the world is made better through big business. I think the world is made better through fair competition that prioritizes people over shortcut solutions and projects instead of institutions. But I write words on paper, and theory is not the same as playing the money game. So I'll admit, there are limits to my logic, and proofs for both truths coexist on the same plane. So then can we say, aren't some truths opaque in their complexion and paradoxical upon reflection, except for that one, the one you all spit, the split causing shtick, deceptive artifice, flim-flam, fraudulent deceptiveness, the lies, which erupt from your mouths like vomit from all the facts you've left unchewed, including that your products and policies are for the people. While you defend yourself in court with your team of legals and repeat, we need more war in the Middle East to make peace in the Middle East. We need more war in the Middle East to make peace in the Middle East, like a fucking record on repeat. But dude, no matter how strong you say your stomach is, shit should come out your ass, which is not the way it's been coming out of you. Yeah, you've all been flaunting your weakness through lawless, drop-shipped bullshit, which you drip-feed to the masses through your X-feed. Only thing is you've injected the edges and missed the veins. You can own corporations and send rockets to space. You can buy power and headlines, but you can't buy our cooperation, our brains, our futures, our prayers, our souls, our love, our hope, our trust, our morals, our voices, our culture, our past, Earth's future, God's throne, our lessons, our wisdom, our dreams. Us. You can't buy us. Thank you.
Holy fuck. What a first round. Oh man, that was crazy. Guys, can we get a huge round of applause for all of our first round slammers? If you are one of those people who had never been whooped when I said if you've never been to a slam before, they're all this good. All of them. Keep going. No, that is like an absolutely insane standard of a first round for a slam. I seem nervous. It's because I know the judges are going to look at me and it's going to be painful. Those are three very angry poets. Guys, that was absolutely stellar. The thing with slams, and I say it all the time, I love slams because you get this rapid fire range of poetry. Every potential style, subject matter, place, voice, everything condensed into 1 hour of one slam. Like, that is absolutely incredible. You go through the whole emotional spectrum, everything. You get a little bit of everything from a poetry slam. There is nothing like it. And this is, man, what a perfect example of that. I know that it is going to be an absolute nightmare to judge who is going through the second round. We have to cut that first round in half. We have been doing this the third year we've been doing the slam series, and I promise you it will be fractions of points between the person in 12th and the person in 6th. It will literally, like, certainly this one, oh fuck, there may be some tiebreaker situations, but yes, that's the way it goes, and that's why we always say it's not about the points, it's about the poems. You guys have had 12 absolutely stellar poets. Any of them could go through the second round, any could win this slam, any could go on and represent Aberdeen at the Grand Slam final. So one more time for all of your poets. For now, because this is the biggest round, we have 12 poets. That's a lot of math for other poets to do. We got to take it slow and use a calculator. So what we're going to do is take a little break, 20 minutes or so. The bar downstairs is open. You can go down, get a drink, get a smoke, hug a poet, weep in a corner. That's what I'll be doing. But we will see you again in about 20 minutes. Okay, guys? See you then.
Welcome back to the second half of Loud Poets. Please clap your hands, stamp your feet, and make some noise for your host and compere, Kevin Mclean.
Hello, and welcome back to the second half of the Loud Poets Aberdeen Slam! Oh, did everyone get a beverage? Good. There's nothing that makes poetry more palatable than a second drink. Good. Thank you so much for coming back to the second half. That is always very reassuring. It means the first half must have gone at least kind of good. That was an insane first half, first round. I am blown away. The judges, thank you so much for making me not have to do this. This is why I learned how to shout names into a microphone. Yes, very, very tough. Very, very close. I was speaking to Katie, the head judge. I've made her head judge. That's promotion for Katie. She's got a PhD. She's got to get something. So, yeah, I was talking to Katie, and she is literally saying it is so close between the poets. So, like I said in the first half, please, don't think if you didn't make it through that you should not do poems. That was a stellar first half. Everyone's like, yeah, shut the fuck up, Rita, who's through? So I shall. I will jump to it. But yes, this is the order that they will be performing in, and we will do one big whoop. You know what? They did so well in the first section, we can do a whoop for each one, all right? Fucking Aberdeen Panto audience. Love it. But yes, again, it had to go down to 6, an almost impossible task. But yes, these are the 6 poets that are through in the order that they shall be reading in the second round. Your first poet is Cyril Esman, followed by Madian Sanger, followed by Lucy Beth, followed by Fiona Robertson, followed by Kevin's throat dying, EKS Stans. And our final poet in the second round will be Eve Mumford. Those are your 6 poets, and I mean this so much, it could have been any of the 12. Can we please get one last round of applause for all your first round slammers? Amazing. but only 6 can go through. That is the brutality of slams. But yes, we soldier on. Guys, to give those poets who almost certainly thought they weren't making it through the second round a moment to collect themselves and prepare for the second round, I thought what we would do is have up our sacrificial poet once again. Please put your hands together and give all the love as we welcome back Shane Strachan!
Remember how I said I love judging people? It turns out I fucking hate it. So yeah, well done to everyone. That was amazing, really, really tough. So you all are amazing. I am going to do a poem that I first wrote back in 2018 about one of my heroes, Bill Gibb, who was a fashion designer for the Broch for Amfé, and he was one of the biggest fashion designers in the 1970s, and he made clothes for Twiggy and Bianca Jagger and so on. And I did an exhibition about him at the Art Gallery, and it opened, and then COVID happened, and then hardly anyone ended up seeing it. But luckily, next year in January, we're publishing a book with Bloomsbury Academic called Refashioning Bill Gibb for the 21st Century, and a lot of the poems from that project will be in that book, along with some essays and things. So I'm really excited to be able to celebrate him, and it's still going. It's a project that just never dies. So I'm going to do this one now, and I'll do another one later on. So this is from the Bill Gibb Line. The Handsome Cabin, 15th of February, 1967. In a pub at the top of Earls Court Road, the barmaid's fancy dress suggests we've entered the Edwardian era. Oh, please, with a fashion-forward press, we'll have no trips to the past, dears. At the start of the show we're thrown. Who dares cut a coat in a sweeping curve before dropping plumb straight to the hem? Who pairs camel and lilac and check and mushroom shoulders on a plain white dress? We sigh with relief at trousers caught harem-style in-tight anklets. Exotic. We're simply sick of mini skirts and feel the pinch on these drafty days, but our lower hemlines here to stay? What novel treatment of traditional tweed, amethyst and white with inverted pleats? And with this the birth of the kilted suit, a tartan skirt and brief bolero, and Mclean rainbow hues. As wildflowers and powder blue, we hunt for seed pearls embroidered on collar and cuff. But on a little black chiffon shift, we cannot miss the sleeve's huge puff. These gay boutique clothes are for young but not kooky clients who crave individuality. Down in hard-bitten London town we rave. Bill Gibb's name has been made.
I've never felt more self-conscious about wearing shorts. I try, Shane, I try. Too fat, too hot. Guys, we are rolling on. I was fine until I looked at you and you were like, what the fuck is he doing? And it killed me. Yes, we are rolling on to the second round before I pass out from heat stroke. Guys, are you ready for the second round? Then I shall fuck around no longer. We have May on deck, but kicking us off, please put your hands together for Sarah Lessman!
Just as a trigger warning, this covers themes of suicide. Not a one of us are a number or a soulless composition. Not constructed by man-made rules or positions, we're closer to what the preachers and sages believe in. Not the parodies fictionalized by our two-party system, no. Every single person has a whole universe within them, so. You're leaving left a vacuum, a hollowed-out space on this universe catchment we call a planet, but your body is in the grave. And our questions are sucked into the expanse that you made when your soul faded from this earth casing, our wailing alternating between open-eyed staring and tongues making opaque sounds, tears carving our eyes into river mouths. Yeah, my family could end every damn drought, sobs and hands wring out a man-made cloud pouring down for months and years at a time, but that water has turned from healing to bloating our spines, eroding our bones, and making our skin slide. My cousin was once 9. I keep thinking. My cousin was once a kid. My cousin had dreams and schemes that kept him up at night and demons, but I knew him as tall and bubbling and bright. I had a vision of my cousin, I think, as a child. He was on the playground, on the merry-go-round, and around he went, around and around, and his soul shook as it spun, and his naked knees scraped that cold metal fun. He was crying and dizzy, but the spinner run and spun faster as he aged, till his eyes went from seeing color to beige, and his hands went from planting and caring and holding healing in his digging fingers, till one found the steel of a too easy answer. And so fuck depression, right? Fuck depression and mental illness. The sickness is a brain condition, right? You know, some theorize it's a reality comprehension, that rather than a disorder at all, it's an adaptive alarm interruption pointing out our societal situation. Because when suicide rates grow as tall as the solar system, maybe it's because our microcosms are made in the macro kitchen. And so no, not fuck depression. Fuck you who profit from opiate addiction. Fuck you who profit from people's pain. Fuck you who profit from war where you have no fucking skin in the game. Fuck these corporations whose place who's placed things on our plate till it becomes the breakfast we eat and the coffee we drink, and our brains are full to the brim with no original thought to think. Fuck the messages that tell you you're alone and that the only way to get through this life is to go home and shut yourself up in some algorithmically authored tome, when the only home you should seek is the one deep in your own mind and guts, and shelter in with the ones who would raise you up and remind you new things can be created from ashes and dust. And maybe that depression you feel is not the absence of light. Maybe that blankness is the color white, which is every color combination of every feeling on the wheel of life. And maybe the voices in your head you hear to off yourself are voices programmed by someone else. And that you can't see your future, not because you should be dead, but because it doesn't exist yet. And you are the only one who can build it. Thank you.
We have Lucy Beth on deck, but please help me welcome back to the stage, Mandy and Sanger!
Sing along if you know the words. Jesus loves me, this I know, 'cause the Bible... No, the Bible says I'm going to hell 'cause I'm gay. Gay Jesus turns water into buckfast. Gay Jesus sucks the fever from a young boy's blood and swallows. Gay Jesus serves. Gay Jesus feeds the children, offers his flesh so the hungry can taste him, enter him, and live there. Gay Jesus queers the law of nature, sachets across water. Gay Jesus knows the sanctity of bodily fluids, converts saliva into salvation, spits to switch on blind eyes. Gay Jesus laughs when Mary, the bestie from Bethany, tickles his feet with her hair. Gay Jesus gets high off this sacred rebellion, intimacy between two reviled bodies. Gay Jesus is a Pisces sun, Aquarius moon, Scorpio rising. Gay Jesus has daddy issues. Gay Jesus kisses Judas back, whispers, I have waited my whole life for this, knows he was purpose-built to be kissed by this man, gladly follows God's plan along the edge of his tongue. Gay Jesus bleeds honest wounds that tease the soldier that wants to fuck him but kills him instead. Gay Jesus weeps Afraid and unashamed, the patron saint of those brutalized by the state, gay Jesus dies, knowing his sacrifice means nothing when his siblings are crucified on earth.
We have Fiona Robertson on deck, but please help me welcome to the stage now, Lucy Bell!
In yonder bothy, they would skirl the ballads raucously, and some of them had hidden dirty meanings, for the situations were cloudy. The young lovers would meet past midnight after a wee bit of old Dutch courage, and in the stable be a dark, quiet corner for true love they would forage. In the high they would spend time, and their love it would be pouring among the smell of leather harness and fresh Clydesdale urine. We are these new labourers for company. My soul started singing, I was nae longer lonely. E'en I liked a kept secret. I prayed to God they'd approach me, and God was listening, answered my prayer. James looked stracht at me and simply just stared. Nae just eens, a puckly at times, twice. Loon was gentle, genuinely nice. Darkling in his plaid shirt and bonnet, like a strab, he was delicious. Aye, he was the hale punnet. Eventually, when it was just the twa of us, I got to ken him sincerely. About his future plans, he did tell me. He wanted a firm o' his ain, so he had to learn his craft, so that ae day niche to a big checkbook payment, James's name would be autographed. I did fairly fa for Jamesy. He surely kent a thing or twa about Clydesdales. He was soft and gentle, stroked their heads as they drunk out of their pails. James had the horses drinking fae the troch. I could see they were getting bored. I was feared they might cut off. Knew James didna ken a the firm's hidey holes like I did. So, my information to him I gid. He should come with me, as I kent a wee nook doon be the burren of Kearney. The horses could ate along grass, and out a burren hae a drinky. Be the water we could spend a while. I asked if he would walk hour with me. In amongst the long green grass, the bunks of the reed roses was playing in my heed. This situation had nae cause for concern, but it was a tricky een to read. Again, he spoke about his future, his aspirations to bide in a steading. Wi' a fertile quine be his side, the parks he would be treading. Was he just a bit awkward and trying to be romantic? Or am I just the our thinker sort and being our muckle pedantic? Afore I could ask what his intentions were, he got in close, a pounce-like move. Thank you.
On deck we have EKS Stance, but please help me welcome back to the stage our next poet, Fiona Robertson!
And still too tight. There we go. I'm so short.
Thank you, presence.
Thank you. God, Star Wars sucks these days, right? It's all so political. No, come on, not because there's a girl in it. I mean, you've seen the original, right? But don't you remember being 7 and seeing the starship battles and lightsabers, and Darth Vader was really scary? And even at the end of Empire, when everything was going wrong, you knew it wasn't the end. God, Star Wars sucks now. I remember being 7 when the bad guys wore black robes, and I wasn't so scared of someone just with a crisp suit and the tiniest bit of power. When the swirling cape was scarier than the familiar fanatic. But God, Star Wars sucks now, right? Now we're not 7 and never will be again. Things will never seem as innocent and hopeful, and now all I can see is the Senate's failures and our own faults and all we gave up, not even for security, but for comfort. So it's easier to say Star Wars lost its heart than saying I never understood it in the first place. Easier than saying the world got away from me somewhere between Tatooine and tyranny. And I thought I'd be a hero, but it turns out I'm some dude in the background who thinks I'm just feeding my family on this construction site that sometimes looks like a moon. And yes, Star Wars sucks now because it turns out there's no next year on Yavin for us. The good guys aren't coming. No one built an exhaust port in all of this so that we could bring it down. When we realize that we're working on the Death Star, we have to take our wrenches and take the bridge. We can't save the world we thought we'd have when we were 7, can't bring back Alderaan, can't go home again. But we can turn this ship around. We can break the planet killers into plowshares. We can still save the people that we can save. Thank
you. Eve Mumford is going to be our last poet, but our penultimate poet in the second round. Please put your hands together. Welcome, EKS Stands.
I have loved you from a place even I do not understand, like eating toast in the rain or swimming through sand, slightly soggy and exhausting. I have loved you from a place even I do not understand, like walking into a patio glass door or skirt-tucked knickers, bold stride and boomf, embarrassing. I have loved you from a place even I do not understand, like vision without glasses, or square peg, round hole, blind, blurry, and hopeless. I have loved you from a place even I do not understand, like noise in a vacuum, or a Polaroid of the horizon, silent, exposed, but in the background. I have loved you from a place even I do not understand, like a map in a maze, or a torch without a battery, lost, flat, and confused. I have loved you from a place even I do not understand, like marshmallow roads or cellophane wrapped air. Soft, clear, and transparent. I have loved you from a place even I do not understand, like candy floss in a tempest, or upside down cows, sweetly twisted, tangled, and flipped over. Thank you.
We have come to the final poet of the second round. Please give all the love as we welcome back Eve Mumford!
Hey, hold on, let me just get my... Right, this is called Why I'm Not a Police Detective, even though I'd make an excellent one. I've always wanted to be a police detective. I think I'd bring an interesting perspective. I've watched Sherlock and Poirot multiple times. If there's not much I don't know about solving crime. I never applied, though. I didn't think I'd impress with my poor attempts at chin-ups and bleep tests. Plus, the culture seemed macho. It doesn't appeal to me. It's all practical jokes and misogyny. Then I saw this ad for a female recruitment day. I thought, well, I'll go along and see what they've got to say. Now, that event was on a weekday from 9 until 4. Well, that's no good for a start. I've got to get out the door. I've got the school run at 3, and then I make tea. So I called the station, said, is there flexibility? But they said, no. You have to stay until the end, and if you can't make it work, then you shouldn't attend. We can't make an exception for you to run to the school. If we bend the rules for you, we'll have to bend the rules for all. You know, I am so sick of having to pretend I've no responsibilities, as if parenting somehow diminishes my capabilities. Yeah, I've got kids. That's why I'm an experienced negotiator who can spot a lie better than your best interrogator. I've dealt with more disorderly conduct than you've had at dinners. In a riot at bedtime, I'll make you look like beginners. Have you managed a kids' party? Well, that's crowd control. And things get pretty heavy when there's Haribo involved. And what about those people with elderly relatives, wrangling parents with no more fucks to give? Now that involves high levels of diplomacy and tact. Get your mum to give up driving it, keep your relationship intact. And don't get me started on managing drunks. These boomers make hooligans look like monks. These skills aren't nothing, and yet they don't seem to count. If you can't work a shift pattern, I'm sorry, you're out. Most carers are women, so we're set up to fail. This is why the majority of coppers are male. Look, I don't want to revile the rank and file, create an atmosphere hostile and full of bile, but let's not pretend there's no problem here, while women interact with police in fear. Provide a flexible workplace, and you'll see dedication. We'll have a balance of people looking after the nation. But if we don't make it possible for women to serve, well, we won't get the police force that we all deserve.
Guys, can we get a big round of applause for all of our second round poets? Didn't get easier. Oh, who knew? That is Katie running off to try and do quick math. While Katie is doing that, I wanted to let you guys know, I didn't mention it in the intro, a little bit of extra loud poets magic we like to sprinkle on our slams. What we do in the third round is all of our poets are going to be joined by our beautiful resident loud musician, Jack Hinks. He is going to be here, and they're going to have to kind of work together with Jack. He has worked with us for a very long time, wonderful musician, used to working with poets. It's kind of a test to see how the poets work with him, how they can pick us one that works with the music. So can we please put our hands together and welcome to the stage, Mr. Jack Hinks! Can appear from anywhere. He's like Batman. It's true. I've never. So yes, the best way it kind of works. One of the things we quite like to do, and what we've advised the poets to do, is kind of give Jack 3 words. They kind of get him into a mood, like a zone. So we can try that out. Jack, give me restaurant calamity mountain. Nice. Give me spooky purple disco. Ominous. Nice. My friend, give me a word. Blue. Another word. What? Fire. Blue fire and nest. Blue fire nest. Nice. So that is what Jack is going to be doing. Our poets are going to give them the kind of vibe of the piece. It's going to be easier than random words, but that is what he's going to be doing. To give the poets, because some of them have never worked with a musician before, so to give them a bit of an example, what we thought we would do is for one last time invite our current Aberdeen champion, our beautiful sacrificial poet, our wonderful judge, Shane Strachan to the stage!
Okay, my 3 words are 70s, fashion, and serving cunt. Essentially. Yeah, it's a hyphen. So this poem is called The Oriental Club, 26th of April, 1972. From the tip of her well-coiffured head to the soles of her platform shoes, Kelly's always ready to jump on a jet whenever a camera clicks in some faraway place. This highly individual face left the States and ditched her degree when some guy in Chicago threw stardust in her eye saying, "You should be a model, babe." Being Black Cherokee, some designers are scared of people staring at her skin instead of the fancy clothes she's in. But Billy knows better. As a coat billows behind her, Kelly glides up the catwalk in a special treat for autumn-winter. A crepe dress edged with lace that she spreads wide like wings. And next, her circular skirt swings as her marabou and ostrich hat, feather boa to match, drips with velvet ribbons, glass beads, and fabric flowers made of suede. To finish, she's a minx in lynx, hand-painted on a white wool dress, with leg of mutton sleeves and dangling from her neck, leather strings hang toward her python skin shoes. Between shoots and shows, she's just a blue jean kid, enjoys needlework to keep her mojo flowing, some petty point, some heroin. But there's no better kick than audience applause to make her feel like a goddess, especially when she hears them say, "If only I could walk that way."
And the wonderful Mr. Jack Hinks. See, poets fucking easy. No worries. Also, Shane, I don't like the new glamorous poems. I feel much better when you're doing weird oil stuff. I feel less judged. So you just jump back to that. Yeah. Am I? Oh, amazing. Cool. Official. Yes, I can see a Katie scurrying in from the sidelines. Real subtle.
I was trying to moonwalk. This is very bad.
I thought you were attacking me with your ass. I have to look at the paper and give nothing away. Okay.
It was very close.
It's literally what I was about to say. I'm sure another very close round. Again, I'm going to read the poets out in the order that they will come to the mic and read. Poets, remember, come up. Give Jack your 3 words, say it into the mic so the people can play along. But yes, the 3 poets and the order they will be reading in the final round. Let's get a little drum roll for each, and you can cheer on each. Your first poet is Lucy Beth! Followed by Median Sanger! Followed by Cyril Assman! Oh, the power. Guys, those are your 3 poets. Again, everyone in the second round, fucking amazing. One more time for all your second round poets. It is a really high caliber heat. The 3 poets that have gone through, amazing. I am sure whoever takes home the title will be a worthy champion for Aberdeen. But yes, we are going to jump into the final round. This is me killing time so those 3 poets can calm down, especially Lucy, who's first. So just play along. Guys, are you ready for the 3rd and final round? then please help me give it all the love, all the energy as we welcome back to the stage, Lucy Band!
Tender, sensual, empowerment. I fall asleep with a book in my hand every night. A nonchalant comment that skited you to your perfect moo. I'll let this chaos ensue. I ken ye wheeling you to guess that perhaps you're hinting that you'd like to change at. You hear energy that makes your words bubble upon your lips like, I hate soapy bath. You invite me to crockle in so you can clean my skin. File out your shooters, I ease out the knots of pain, leaving red lipstick stains on every spine vertebrae. Comfortable in our knacket states, we've been here afore. The air's an electric sweetness, reaming foosh stracht out the door. After a file of melting into the tub's sweet solace, I rise up like a mermaid that's just been granted legs. The tap giving a convenient reflection o' my doubt. We slide until our dressing goons, since we're both craving more. If I am fit you're needing, and be you, it's all right. You're welcome to join me up a stairs if you'd like. File you decide, I close the curtains, a blackout on a day, pits me in that heat space for all I can think about is you, and making every nerve ending sing, so every inch of your body and soul is attended to and loved. You come in through the door, carrying a packet of protection. Anybody that comes prepared will always win my affection. You take my hand, pull me up fae the bed, brush your fichters to the roots of my hair and embrace me closer to your chest, listening to your heartbeat. It's you, it's my true life force, nay my bleed of awe. Evening a smooths and bosies and double espressos so we can lace our necht. Sma smoothig in another mere poorest time. A bite! Knew you're asking for trouble, I will tuck you to a new hecht. Our newly moisturized skin marks for the perfect launch pad as we ride to our own rhythm, crescendo into the soon of our twilight harmonies and tacking each other to multiple delicious inevitabilities. When you're left basking in all that pleasure beyond that your body can stand, you'll be fine asleep with more than just a book in your hand.
Guys, your second poet in the final round. Please put your hands together. Give all that love as we welcome back Mady and Sanger.
Ancestral grief, resistance. This time, if you know the words, sing in your head. The song is called Strange Fruit, and it's too sad to sing out loud, so I've hidden the lyrics in this poem. His death travels 4,000 miles to rage with us here. Ignorance swells tongues, it is thicker than blood, harder to scrub out. A man was lynched by police yesterday, and we talk and talk about fruit. We argue that it's just one apple. We argue that it's the whole barrel. For those of us whose blood is sharp with the anxiety that chews up the black body, our cynicism crows. Where were you before? Why are you listening to us now. We forget to be grateful when thousands of white people pluck up the courage to share black suffering for mass consumption. We struggle to remember ever collectively feasting on the white body's last breath. Don't see any disrespect retweeting Black death, rain-making deaths like Trayvon and Tamir, flooded streets with grief only to dry up in the mouths of the judge. But I have never seen storms of people gather like they do for George Floyd. And we are calling this a catalyst. Change is going to come. The answer is seething in the wind. If black lives don't matter, black deaths will sow martyrs. And we are here to reap. We sharpen our sides and suck our teeth. A man has been lynched every yesterday for centuries. Is this the sound of the bough before it breaks? The last breath we take before we reclaim a sun that was never built to burn strange fruit. We want so hard to believe that normal is a peaceful country we can return to, but the routine of rot and rage warps the everyday, makes us refugees of a place we've never seen. For the internally displaced, hope can be a treacherous thing. The message that swings from the trees, maybe this time will be different, threatens to quench a thirst for justice. And I have heard too many names drop, heavy like premature plums, but still you defend the soil here. Because to admit to its toxicity is to acknowledge our complicity. A man's death traveled 4,000 miles to a strange land. We closed and watered it and couldn't recognize what we harvested from our own bitter crop.
Amazing stuff. Guys, we have one final poet in the final round. That means I want you to give every last drop of energy you got as we welcome back to the stage, Sarah Lastman!
Tree, cosmic, light. Dear woods, dear Mother Earth, dear all of outside, I once knew what to call you, how to let you in, you deep silence, you dark womb whose goings-on manifested like magic above closed eyelids. Now I schedule you in. Go outside, I write. I type. And when I go outside with no bumping tunes or inside voices, barista machines pulling some holy modern brew, I don't know what to do. What do I do with my hands now? Like some awkward lover, I stand in your presence now like an ungloved intruder disturbing some cosmic birth. I move my index finger over my thumbnail, waiting for your terse reply to my absence. But you are quiet, as if you don't care if I see you or let you in. You'll go on with your bewitching, and if I miss it, I'm mistaken not to be taken in. By your large sycamores or rivers folding into hills, by birds with breasts as blue as sky, their illustration impossible suicide dives zeroed in on their kill. I am looking now, and the longer I stare, the more familiar it feels. That rock and bone are closer to my form than the clothes I don. Glad I left my Fitbit at home because a Fitbit can't count steps when the steps are countless. nor can the meter that measures my heart beating record the balloon throats of toads croaking, or what this breeze is leaching from my skin. Hear what my ears are hearing, a language known in my guts, but foreign to my lips. This chirping and growling I somehow understand better than the ones on the internet. And there's so many distractions I'm prone to overreact to, obsessing about some past happening like a tantrum child unable to get a handle. But you are church and steeple, shelter and parent, embracing my flailing figure who rages and breaks and slams and roars. You speak no words, unafraid to let go of the old, to kill off parts of yourself in favor of growth. If your silence is every empty space on the page, holding swaddled sentence in gentle cradle, I am as important as a vague word in a phrase tucked into the spine of this fable, whose existence is meaningless and simultaneously integral. Thank you.
Wow, what a final round. Guys, can we just get a big round of applause for your three final poets and the beautiful Mr. Jack Hanks. That is intense. Guys, while some math is being done, I do just want to say a huge, huge thank you to Aberdeen Performing Arts for having us here at the Lemon Tree. Like I said, we've been working together for a few years now. I absolutely love working with them. They're a wonderful organization who do some absolutely amazing stuff. I especially enjoyed the workshops we did and things like that. The love and work they put into keeping an artistic community going in Aberdeen cannot be overlooked. It really is a labour of love for them. So please continue to support Aberdeen Performing Arts. Go and see more stuff. Come and catch stuff here at the Lemon Tree. And that goes for the wider spoken word scene in Aberdeen. Aberdeen has a fucking incredible scene. You can go and catch it. I know nights like Spick Weird are still going. I'm sure if you talk to some of the poets here, they will be able to point you to the nights you should be able to go to in Aberdeen. If you're ever stuck, hit us up with an email. We'll be able to put you in touch with who you need to go and see. Everything we do is about trying to support spoken word, about trying to build up, give more opportunities for spoken word artists, but it only happens if lovely people like you go and see spoken word, and not always with the horrible cutthroat agenda of a slam. Sometimes it's just nice to go to a fucking open mic, you know what I mean? So please do continue to support spoken word, especially in Aberdeen. And whoever wins this evening, please continue to support them. They are your champion. They're going to be going to compete against 9 other incredible poets. Like the lineup for this Grand Slam final is quickly becoming silly. If you are in Edinburgh on the 9th of August and you want to come along, please do. We are going to be trying to sell fucking 300 odd tickets. So that'd be nice. Do come along. It'll be the 21st of June is when tickets start going on sale. A couple days from now on the EIBF website if you check it out. If you're interested in anything we're doing, you know how to use Google fucking Loud Poets. It's easy to find us. We make it simple. But yeah, do check out. We have a YouTube channel. All the slams are going up on the YouTube channel for free. If you missed the last 6 heats, no worries. You can go and watch them all back. We have had some absolutely incredible slams, and the 4 heats still to come. You can catch them and see a snapshot of all those scenes across Scotland and some of the English ones too. I'm sure they're nice. But it's been a real joy to be able to cross-pollinate those scenes a bit. Every year at the Grand Slam final, when we finally get all those poets together, people who have enjoyed each other's work for a long time, but have maybe never been in the same room together, is a really beautiful thing. That's what we're trying to do. Connect up the scene, give it some life, make sure there's gigs. So please, jump on the mailing list, subscribe to the YouTube channel, all that good stuff. We would really appreciate it. Also, big fucking thank you to Creative Scotland. Big whoop for Creative Scotland. Because without them, fucking nothing. Like literally, it is so hard to put on shows like this, like our showcase shows as well. It is so hard. It is never going to be a cost-effective thing to do. And Creative Scotland doing valuable work and making sure that can happen, especially outside of the Central Belt. Without them, we wouldn't be able to get out and about outside Edinburgh and make sure events like this are happening. outside of the fucking Central Belt. So it is lovely and down to them that we're able to do that. So yeah, big love to Creative Scotland. Katie's not back. Jack, do you want to do a poem? Oh, no, she's here though, always listening. I'm gonna do a poem. We'll do the fucking cave one. It's the only one I can remember right now. Oh, hey, just for fee. Everyone else, fingers and ears. So I got obsessed during the pandemic with a cave in France, as you do. There's these beautiful cave paintings, and it caught me, this idea of these people desperately doing art when, like, just getting up is a roulette, and why they would do that, why they would go into this dark hole and go to the ceiling and leave handprints. Fucking crazy. But then I'm a poet, so yeah. Walk in the dark. It's only soil and stone. Call out and hear only your own echoing tone. This inhospitable hole is the furthest thing from a home. Musty air that swirls with dust, tunnels strewn with bones. This place is old, but so are we. And all we ever needed was the light to see. Flickering flame casts a glow that travels back to the feed of the pack, the bite of the cold, the warmth of the gathering, the joy of a story told. Fire stretches its fingers and black walls flood with color. The collected work of generations, an art installation 18,000 years in the making, a painstaking effort in a time so hard to survive. No reward in mind, just a way to say we were alive. Or perhaps there was a purpose, a guide to the flora and fauna that could hurt us, lessons too painful to trust to words spoken. A hall of bulls might simply be the symbol of a single heart broken. Maybe they're a map, a plan of attack, the animals easiest to track, time spent now but with full-bellied interest, later paid back. There is no way of knowing for sure. But these are not the images that act as Lascaux's lure, no. It is the hands. They are reaching, grasping, pulling directly from the past, the red pigment-blasted absence of a person's pressed palm upon the rock, the thought that you can touch the stone face and place yourself in the exact space of someone so unrecognizable, someone who died before history had begun, but who felt compelled for some memory to be held long after they were gone. How could that be anything but humbling? How could you still your hands from trembling? Would your mind flash to a nursery class full of 21st century children placing painted palms on paper later to be displayed not on cave walls but magnet held to family refrigerators? Would you still see unfathomable distance? Or would you finally understand there has only ever been an arm's reach between us? Thanks, everybody. The paper is for me. Guys, an absolutely incredible slam. I just want to welcome back to help us hand over the belt, champion to new champion, for one last time, your Aberdeen champion. Go wild for Shane Strachan! There it is. Whoever it is, be ready to fucking pull that out of his grasp. Guys, what an incredible slam. 3 extraordinary finalists. There can only be one winner. Please give me a little drum roll. your Aberdeen champion, heading to the Grand Slam final. Please go fucking mental for Median Sanga! Guys, give it up for the champ!
This is rather unexpected. Also, please don't. I've phoned in sick for work already. I'm taking. No, like before I got here, I text work and I was like, oh, I've like been sick. I don't think I'll be able to come in tomorrow because we've got like the 24-hour, 40-hour thing. That was before I realized I would be in this lineup. So I feel like, like that Taylor Swift fan that's like under a sheet. So just like, please, like, don't tag me in too much stuff. I'm sorry. There's an embargo. Yeah, please, yeah. But, thanks, everyone. This has been a really crazy, enjoyable evening. I will do another poem. I think I'll do something in Doric, because I feel like I need to rep the Doric. Although it's been repped brilliantly tonight, obviously, by Shane and the wonderful Lucy Bess. So this poem is called The Last Twa Dryads o Inverurie Ging for a Fly Cup. So basically, Moira and Sandra, which I think could be like the names of Greek nymphs, but also the names of two wifeys, Faye and Inverurie, are just having a chat about, days gone by. Have you heard about yon Daphne? I've nae. Fit's a dee. Yon Apollo's a great muckle gype. Aye, as I thought he was Erchie. Well, he's caused a rick stoosh. He's made the pure quine turn into a bush. For ony's sake, it's nae fine of a. Fit a clarty wee pest. Aye, just like his da. Speaking of Zeus, div you ken about Echo? At here is a bism. Fin her manny's to blame, it's the lassie gets shamed. Aye, she's nae in for it. Feminism. I'll tell you, Fit. It's nae easy being a nymph. Aye, but it wasna I was a scunner. Would burrow round the glade for the thickest magic bade, with the birdies and foggy bummers. But gods being gods had to get in a boot, and lone mortals aren't less sleek it. With I painted the floors, the woods I was been ours, Fit why will they nae let us keep it? Mind that bonny grove, for with Dunstan gied laldy. It's all been paved over and turned into an Aldi. Again, Fit in a front. Last week, I went down to an altar for a prayer and a wee sup of wine. But the spot had been seriously altered wi' a coming soon Barrett Holmes sign. Ilka day mere green gings grey, so far we meant to bide. Well, have you seen the news of late? They've just sent some bombs into space. Aye, maybe we can just hitch a ride. Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for coming along. I do just want to, can we get one big round of applause for our wonderful judges, Hanna, Shane Strachan, Katie Ailes. Can I get some love for our wonderful guitarist, Mr. Jack Higgs? For my fellow loud poet men in the cameras, make some noise for Mark Galley. For all the staff here at the Lemon Tree, especially our beautiful technician, Liz. One massive round of applause for all of our slammers. And let's hear it one more time for your fucking champion, Median Sanga! This has been the Loud Poets Aberdeen Slam. I have been Kevin Mclean. You guys have been fucking awesome. We will see you again next time. Good night.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please help us share it with more people by clicking the like button down below. If you want to see more videos like it, well, there should be one on your screen right now. Click that and you can head right there. Or you can subscribe to the channel. Make sure to ring the bell icon for notifications and you will never miss another video we put out. If that's not enough for you, well, good news. We have over 50 full-length Loud Poet shows that you can get access to, either by joining us over on the Patreon page or by becoming a member right here on YouTube. All you need to do is click the join button down below. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next time.